good afternoon. Welcome everyone. This is Narelle Walk-On coming to you from Mackay, Queensland, Australia. And I want to say thank you so much for popping in this afternoon to listen to my journey, to listen to where I'm up to now with my carnivore lifestyle and this way of eating. So welcome and thank you. If you come across this video on YouTube, please subscribe, like and share if you find that this video brings any value to you. So thank you once again for being here. So where am I at today? Well, it's 115 days today since I started on this way of eating, the carnivore lifestyle. I don't like to call it a diet because I think diet has had a really bad rap over years and years of many people trying different types of diets and not always working, or yo-yo dieting they used to call it as well, where people would go on a diet, lose some weight, and then it would all be packed back on when they stopped that. So carnivore is a way of eating because what it is a lifestyle change. It's a way of different thinking. It's a way of bringing yourself to a space of what you had been taught and what now is not really, or we find out that it's not really the right way to be eating. I give credit to anyone who has started the carnivore way of eating, this lifestyle, over the last few years, because my journey is still very, well, quite new really. So anyone who's listening who wants to reach out, join my channel for sure, and let's get something happening here in Australia and also across the pond to New Zealand and those surrounding. So today I'm going to talk about my journey so far. Last week I did my first video and shared a lot about who I am, where I'm coming from, why I started this in the beginning. And if you're watching this today, part of my journey with carnivore is because I'm a type 2 diabetic. One of the things I suppose that I found is that I've got to an age where I'm sick and tired of being having to use insulin, having to take tablets, when I know that after much research myself that diabetes is reversible, especially type 2. Now, I'm going to speak from my experiences and what's happened over these last 115 days. So I was on insulin since 2013. I was given some insulin, like when you first start on insulin, even though I was diagnosed in 2004, insulin in 2013, because I had been through very stressful times in my life with accidents and things like that. What I found was that they trial you on different ones to see what suits you, and what has ended up suiting me is a insulin called Humalog, where it is a 25-75 mix. So it's a faster, quick hit of 25% insulin and then a slow release of 75%. So going on insulin, I suppose, was what was needed at that time, because doctors don't talk to you about the way that you eat, how to change those things in your lifestyle, even right down to the stress levels. So I went on the insulin. Like I said, I tried a couple, they didn't work. I finally found this one. So I had been taking insulin, or applying, giving myself needles in the tummy twice a day since 2013. It has worked really well, and I would be, or I am, what they call the controlled diabetic. So I take two 1,000 milligram tablets, or used to, and I'll get to that. So two 1,000 milligrams of a product called Jardiamet. Sorry about that, but I don't look at the names too much. And again, it's something that takes the sugar from your blood and takes it out through your urine. Many will understand, if you are a type 2 diabetic, that this becomes quite controlling in your life, particularly when you're on insulin. The thing is, you always have to be careful on what you eat. And, certainly I think stress creates, particularly in women, that we emotionally eat. So we grab something now. It wasn't to lose weight, it was to get off that insulin and get off those tablets. So that was my main reason to go carnivore. And after doing lots of research, listening to carnivore doctors, also a heart thoracic surgeon who was amazing to listen to because I've had open heart surgery back in 2015. So here I am today. I'm reduced my insulin. I won't say that I'm off it completely. I reckon another few months and I will have reversed my type 2 diabetes. I'm, instead of taking 1,000 milligrams a day, I'm down to a quarter to a half of a tablet a day. And my insulin has gone from 32 units a day down to about 8. Now, again, like I said, I'm very controlled type 2 diabetes, so I control what I take into my body. My doctor has been informed when I saw him. He is not a carnivore doctor. After rolling his eyes multiple times, agreed that, we would just keep an eye on my bloods and things like that. Now, I have something to share because what I found in the beginning for me may help you on your journey. That first couple of weeks is sort of a little bit difficult. And you sort of don't know what to eat. You've been told you can have steak, pork, fish, chicken, duck, and other gamey type meats, eggs, butter, salt, a really good salt. Celtic salt is good for that. Excuse me 1 minute. And there are very many different brands out there. And I will bring you my brand next time we speak, just to say what works for me and the taste and everything like that. So what I found is, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this, But after time, and now it's just so easy. Oh my goodness, you know what you're going to eat because it's either meat and eggs. Eggs can be cooked, fried in butter. You can have scrambled eggs. You can have poached eggs if you wish. However, everything is either cooked in butter, in tallow, or in ghee. Now, I find that they're all very similar to taste-wise, but you would find your own. The things I started to look for, I really sort of went into watching a lot of videos, researching myself, and I find that I see questions coming up about, how do I do this? Where do I start? What do I need? What sort of food should I buy? That sort of thing. But really, you just need to slow down and make it simple, okay? And part of my video, I spoke about that, taking those 3 tips, keep it simple. Okay, so if you want to start, and it can be expensive. Some people say, oh, it's so expensive. How can you afford to do that? But remember that you're not buying all of the rubbish anymore. Or, you may have called it good food before, but all those tin foods, all those fruit and vegetables that you would normally have are no longer being bought. And I don't know about you, but I found that some of the vegetables, they don't last like they used to. And even if they're kept in the fridge in the crisper, half the time you were throwing out part or half of it. So to me, it is not an added expense. To me, it's just buying those things that you can afford. Now, a lot of people can't afford steak, but if you go to your butcher or if you're looking for, discounted your weekly specials and things like that, I have found that finding a good butcher was really important to me, in the sense that they were listening, because carnivore has now become a lifestyle for some. And even in my area here in Mackay, they're starting to hear about it a little bit more. So they want to accommodate those people who are on carnivore. So I found a butcher this week with sausages that is just made with meat and fat. They are simply amazing. Yes, they're a little bit dearer, but the quality is what you're looking for. Some people start with mince, some people start with bacon and eggs. It really is as simple as you want to make it, or as complicated as you want to make it. Some people come on and they just want to go hard at carnivore and do steak, water and salt, which they call lion in the carnivore world, and that's okay too. It's all about what suits you and why you started this, why you looked at this. Because most of the time I'm reading again, many people are coming in because they have immune problems. They have type 2 diabetes. They have their bloods are no good. They have trouble with cramping, or they have trouble with muscle pain. So there's a lot of things that actually it can help with. And like I said, I'm sharing my journey of what I've been on it for. So I think that looking for recipes is good. Keeping a little bit of variety can help. One of my favorites go to. I don't eat a lot of chicken, by the way. I do like fish, but I've found out now that we should look for wild caught salmon rather than the store bought stuff, because it is not very good for you. But you take little bits of chicken and you wrap bacon around it and you pop them in the oven till the bacon's cooked. I use cooked chook usually to wrap the bacon, so it's quick and easy. I always have some pork crackle on hand. Somebody on another channel actually shared that having it with butter. And again, I've gone from buying a cheaper brand of butter, certainly not spreadable. I've never bought spreadable. I'm a dairy farmer's daughter, so it's real butter. And I'm just starting to buy the better quality grass-fed, and find that it is so much nicer. So again, keeping it simple. One of the hardest things, and again, I read a lot of stuff, is that people are finding, how do I do this if my partner doesn't want to do it? Now, I live with my son. He's 40 years old. We eat the same. I've always cooked for him. He does the cleaning and stuff like that. So what I found is that other people are saying, but my partner doesn't want to do this. I don't know a man out there who doesn't like meat and eggs, or meat and cheese, or you can have a little bit of cheese, by the way, or any of those type of thing, or bacon, grilled your meat, or smokers. I've heard them using smokers in that as well. So what I want to say is, sit down and discuss it with your partner, and why you're doing this lifestyle change, and see if they actually do have an interest in, doing at least some of it with you. Now, my son's 6 foot tall. He's quite thin, and doesn't really need to be doing it for weight loss, that's for sure. If anything, I'm hoping that he can put on a little bit of weight. But the thing is, it's for our health, and health is really important these days. And the older you get, the more important it is. We really have to look at where am I at now? Where have I come from? What have I looked at and tried over the years? And like I said, there's many diets out there. This one really works, and it is a lifestyle change. I really appreciate you being here today. I do have a Facebook page if you'd like to visit it, Carnivore Aussie Style. And I would appreciate you subscribing and liking to my YouTube channel as well. Like I said, I'm just starting off. I just wanted to share my story because maybe it resonates with you. Maybe it's part of your story. Maybe you're looking at my type 2 diabetes. All I can say is, do your research. What the doctors are telling you these days is really a lot of rubbish, stuff that they learned maybe years ago, particularly older doctors. They don't bring themselves up to date with the new current of what our bodies require. So have a look at that. Certainly ask lots of questions. Ask questions everywhere you are. Go to carnivore groups, come to mine. You can ask me a question anytime. I can share with you as much as I can. I am not a doctor, and neither am I in that type of situation to be able to give you that medical advice. Speak to your doctor. They will probably roll their eyes. They will probably say, no, that's not a good idea, and tell you all sorts of reasons why you shouldn't. But a lot of the main, carnivore doctors are saying, give yourself 90 days on carnivore and then make your decision from there. So I've done my 90 days and I'm continuing on because I actually just love it. I love the simplicity of it. You cook something at night, whether it's a steak or whether it's, a piece of fish, whether it's bacon and eggs, that's it. One pan. I'm only having 1 meal a day at present, and maybe some snacks or pork crackle after. So I appreciate you being here today. Thank you once again for being here. Like I said, I'm celebrating every week as I go further into the carnivore lifestyle way of eating. I think it's important that I share my story, as I do on my other channel, Novelle Walk On. Um, you can find me over there where I share a lot about my story. I'm a published author. My book is called Blonde Roots, and I have been a survivor. Am a survivor of physical, mental, and sexual abuse. I have a live YouTube where I go live every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Pop over, have a look for my name, Narelle Walk on YouTube, and you will find me there. I appreciate it. I'm sharing my life story because as you get older, I think it's important that those words of wisdom or that helpful hand or that listening ear can certainly help many of us. So take good care of yourself, and I'll see you again next week, next Thursday at 5 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and please share out if you think this is going to be of value to others, or just share, have a look at it yourself and my past videos. Thank you once again, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.